All right, welcome to the latest episode of the Coleman Power Organic Fitness Podcast. We have the next of podcasts coming at you here, right? And just to suppose, welcome back, those of you who are most certainly long-term listeners of the show, and welcome aboard those who are brand new or new or newer. Trying a bit of Irish there, if you're long-term listener, you know the story. If you make kind good gachlaw on kind good. Oh geez, I wish I had practiced this now. Year it kind of got clear this week. So I'm here talking Irish, but that's not what I've come here to talk to you about. Even though I should be throwing in more couple vocal nonetheless, and that is Irish for those people in America. What is this man cursing on his podcast? I could curse if I wanted to, but I shalln't. So this one is a quick one podcast that's going to tell you all about the different events that are coming up in the very near future. Okay, so we've got them split up and starting off with the Grow Your Owns, the beautiful Caminos, and there's two other national. There's one national and one international. In fact, the other one, the Caminos are international too. That's amazing when I slow down for a second and go, that's cool. So, first one is the Grow Your Owns are all going to start kicking off again now in September. Working a lot with schools and different communities. This year, we're taking on, we as in I and all the team. I need more on my team. Then me, myself, and I are going to County Carlow, Bagnallstown in particular, and there's going to be a year's growing with them in particular, right? Setting the school up with not only the growing, there's also going to be a nutrition element and the introduction of free range pork, yes, going into the school lunches, which is going to be the first of its kind, incorporating in both meats and the fruits and veg that we will be growing with the children, all the children learning where the food comes from. And there it will be also an opportunity for those kids to do a school tour at the specific farms that this pork is coming from. Could you credit that? That is an amazing thing that's happening in this coming 6 months, the year of 2026. God, it's hard to believe it's 2026 already. So that's happening quick and fast, right? Also, the latest of the yearly meetings up in Dublin in Educate Together School in Furhouse. And as a result of that, this will be the 4th year that these lads will have, since they most certainly sown and planted the apple, the pear, the plum up against a south-facing fence more so than wall, but gaining the advantage of unbelievable fruit because it's trained espalier. Espalier just means trained left and right. I'm quite close to a wall here now, so I'm going to hit the wall. But what it is brilliant for them seeing the starting point, the middle, and the end, and the life cycle more so of the different fruits. Yeah, the different flowers. How many go from flower and turn into fruit because of pollination? Some years might be higher than others due to frost. What does frost do? Damages flowers. Oh, so that means that the flowers turn into the fruits. That blew my mind, and I only literally learned that and doing my master's degree. Yeah, lads, okay, that might be a simple fact for some people, but the idea is something is only simple, just like tying a shoelace or riding a bike, and if you don't know how to do it, it's amazing when you do know how to do it. So, growing fruits and vegetables and knowing the fact that flowers turn into fruits blew my mind at the age of 24 years old. That's all I'm saying. God help the kids. Like they're like, wow, I'm like 25 going, I just learned this last year. And now heading towards my late 40s, still blown away. Oh, wait, late. Excuse me, just lost 10 years of my life there. My latter years of my 30s. And a beautiful life I've lived. And more to come. In planting and sowing and everything else. So that is also coming up in the month of September, and also in that beautiful month where my birthday is also in the mix. Throw that in there. Birthday cards accepted yearly, as well as massive presents. There you go. Just throwing. Yeah, you can just DM me for the address there. Okay. Growing course down in Wexford. All right. This will be the fourth of its kind. All right, with a grow your own and nutrition element, focused on people who want to be more sustainable and getting their hands on the best type of produce that they can and gaining better health by grounding, touching the soil, and that's all incorporated into the event in itself. There is a 4-course main meal menu involved in this one, cooked by a Ballinblue head chef, and as a result of that, everyone goes away with a tray of in-season veg to plant in raised beds, in pots, and or in polytunnels, and you get entered free of charge as a result of being attendance at that event in September. If you would like to know more information on that, just DM me the word. I'm going to say grow, and I will send you on more details on, all right, the specific grow your own course. Or if you want to be involved in the schools, just send me a DM the word schools, and I'll send you more info on that. Next, we're going on to the Camino. That happens to be also in September. We're going to be a busy period in that section of our lives of the year. Somebody tell me what Irish for September is. Jeez, I don't know. September. And our fior about Iran. I don't know them all up, Art. And didn't in school either. So on the 24th of September, we'll be flying over to the beautiful Santander, to Spain, flying into Santiago. And as a result of that, we're doing the Finisterres route, which is what they call the end of the world route. This one sold out so quick. We are so delighted, all right, that, right, as my phone beeps here beside me, to gain the advantage of, we'll have to do another one of this particular same and similar route, and it will be in the latter end of the year. It is something that is very unique. I have been on it myself, even personally, and it is so scenic. There is a beach like James Bond, no word of a lie, that is en route in this particular Camino trail. And as a result of that, we already have some bookings for the likes of March as it is. So you most certainly, if you would like to experience the end of the world, which is what they used to think it was, because it's just the tippy point of most certainly Spain, most northern point of Spain, being the correct terminology to use in that sentence. So we must well keep it correct while we're at it. And in on top of that, yep, I do recommend that, right? If you are looking to people come on their own, as I say, and go away with a host of new friends, right? There is already people booked in, as I said. If you're interested in that event, right, DM me the word Camino, and I'll send you on more details of. We must firstly get out and finish off the Camino in September, and once we have more finer details of it, you can definitely right now put down a deposit, just like the others have, and that is you space held for you in particular for March 2027. Lads, time does be flying. So that's the Camino next, coming up very shortly. Next one, we have the Strawberries to Cream, right? Starting the 16th to the 21st of August. This is the closest and mostest important event that's coming up very shortly. There are most certainly, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 different farms that we are stopping and highlighting in this year's, I'm going to say, Farm to Fork table events. Okay, there is an opportunity for you to cycle, which are very few spaces. There's 6 people booked in. We can only take 14 on the full trip to date. It's a mix of both male and female, women and men's and women's attending and most certainly cycling. It isn't for athletes, that's for sure, because I've got a couple of messages saying what pace will be going, like what fast will be going. Me no speak no cycle language. It is something that you have to have a certain baseline level of fitness, as opposed to the walking for the Camino is your flat line. Just need to be able to physically walk a certain amount of distance, and you can take as many breaks you like. The cycling, we have to be at specific destinations at specific times, so you have to be able to cycle, and I will determine that from your times that you do send on to me. But there's plenty of breaks along the way, and we will have mothers, brothers, and others. I feel like that should be like part of the slogan saying thing. Go on to the marketing team. I'm on to the marketing team. Mothers, brothers, and others. Remember, I'm so glad this is recorded because I will not remember. Mothers, brothers, and others. That's it. It's in the marketing. There we go. And what else was I going to mention there? Oh yes, we'll mention those beautiful farms in itself. So on the 16th of August, we have Siobhan Hubbard's beautiful, I'm going to say, New Barn Farm in Lismore. Yes, there's organic, free-range pork, and well as a mix of, I'm going to say, in-season vegetables, when most certainly Siobhan and her husband and children are most certainly all looking and caretakers of the likes of the land. Waterford, a lovely county. Some would say the best. I would also agree with them, whoever they are. They're great lads and women they are. And there's on the 16th of August. So that is the first of the stops. The second one is, would you believe it, Ballymaloo. And I can now add that I have Ballymaloo to Rena Allen's number on my phone. Next time I can ask, who's the most famous person you have in and on your phone? And I'll say, Well, I'll let you know. Doreen Allen is definitely one of them. But I have other people too, but mightn't be privy to saying. I hope privy is the word to use there. So, yep, we are in for the win there. And yes, there was terms and conditions for both myself and ourselves being connected with them. But they are super delighted to be involved in it and are a huge support to all things regenerative and all things organic. And it's great to connect with such a well-known household name such as Ballymaloo. Next, we will be going on to the likes of Cork, North Cork, a really good friend of mine, Peter Toohey from Glenbrook Farm. Yes, free range pork, and now has lamb and also has beef. He's entered into it and is somebody that was of ill health but now is on the mend. And this is a shout out to Peter. Peter, keep her healthy. I'll talk to you soon, my good man. And that is our third of the stops. We next head on from Cork to Kerry, rivals but now partners in relation to this lovely regenerative and organic cycle. Right, we have, I'm going to say, Ballyhare Organic Farm, right, with providing the likes of meats and dairy. And we all know how important like our protein sources are, and both milk and dairy being on that list for sure. All right, the second of the Kerry stops, because Kerry is a big old county, lads. We'll be doing the loop and the swoop. Lads, market loop and swoop. Kerry, beautiful. And we're going to most certainly Beal, B-E-A-L, organic farm that produce beautiful organic cheese, which is rare enough in itself. And that's why we have most certainly connected with these particular farmers for their uniqueness of being organic, producing a food item, and or in this case also, like a Beal Organic Farm, we also have eggs and in-season fruit or veg. And our final stop for this, so there's 2 stops in Kerry, and our final stop is in County Limerick, okay? And as a result of that, we're going into the Urban Co-op, right? And a really good friend of mine, Shane Maher, shout out, and most certainly know that he listens to these podcasts on a irregular basis. Shane, welcome. Thank you for listening to the show. Me and Shane, you know Shane Maher, you need to check him out. He's an unbelievable, super individual, and he is a really good friend of mine. So stay tuned for more videos with that man, and he'll be a part of the cycle as well as helping out in any way, shape, or form at the lovely, beautiful Urban Co-op. If you haven't ever heard about that shop, it is a shop like no other in Ireland that's mostly serves and sells produce from other farmers around Ireland that is organic and regenerative. Gotta get your ass down there, lads. And so if anyone is interested in the likes of those tickets for any of the different farms or the cycle, you mention and most certainly send me over the word. I'm going to say cycle. We'll keep it simple. C-Y-C-L-E. I had to spell that out for myself. Never mind anybody else. And you can most certainly gain the advantage of being part of the crew on any given day or the full week. There's only a couple of spaces. I think there's 6 total for the full week. And as a result of that, yes, the final of the events that are linked with that cycle, all money being raised is used and incorporated into a certainly charity that has been set up, a non-profit in Africa, right? We've connected. We're gone international. I'm going into the mic there because I cannot believe that. And we are heading to Lesotho. It's a place located in the southern region of Africa. I love how those words just rolled off my tongue. Southern region. I was going to say South Africa, but then I just like switched at the last minute and went southern region. And as a result of that, we will be setting up regenerative practices that has the village much more sustainable, planting fruit trees, planting raised beds on the flat, and all things to incorporate collection of water hubs so that they can use and be this food to feed the community, right, as well as the produce from the animals, and that being, I'm going to say, pork, that being beef, and that also being laying hens and chickens. Lads, that is an unbelievable thing to support by going and attending any of these different events or be part of the cycle, and we would appreciate any of your support if at all possible, right? There are sponsors available to anyone who is a listener of this podcast or would like to be involved or has a product or a service. And all you have to do is literally send me a private message and I will hook you up with your closest location and your closest farm. And right now, probably if the YouTube here clip will be of the different locations, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, swooping around, starting in Waterford, lovely county, going to Cork, then go to Kerry twice, Cork twice, and Limerick, beautiful, finish, finale. And each one of those farms we haven't mentioned is the farm tour. There is a farm to fork meal, and that is also inclusive if anyone is cycling, get your accommodation and a couple of the VIP tricks that I was talking to someone about who was already booked in. That doesn't typically get mentioned until you have a chat with myself, and we'll fill in on the whole story. And as the fella says, what happens behind closed doors is even better. What's told in front of people with open doors. If that makes sense. 100% does. Boom. Okay. That is on the 15th to October to the 29th. So those are the next events that are happening very, very shortly with myself. And right, if you're looking to attend, we'll recap on it there now. With the Grow Your Own, you just send me on the likes of the word, most certainly grow, GROW. The schools, DM word school with the likes of Camino, DM the word Camino. Cycle, Strawberry Scream, Cycle, CYCLE. And the Africa trip, that's already booked up and sold up. That's just supporting, it is most certainly connected with the Strawberries to Cream event. And other than that, I love ending these podcasts by saying stay tuned, stay classy, keep it organic, and get on that good stuff.